Alright guys, Ben and Joe, aka Casper and stopping here from CodeNamePizza, and we just want to have another week on Theory Thursday focusing on DLC 4 and the final map pack for Black Ops 2 Zombies and what's going to be happening, what our theories are about that map and the storyline around it. Now, we did speak about this last week in last week's Theory Thursday episode, so if you actually haven't seen that yet, we'll leave a link in the description and I suggest you go and check that out before watching the rest of this video. Let's try and carry on where we finished last week. So we were talking about maybe possibly going to Riese again from World at War and Black Ops 1 and also getting to Agartha. Now, how do we actually link these two places in the storyline together? Now, these two are actually unbelievably quite easy to link together. Okay guys, so I'm going to break this down for you. On the map Moon, there's a radio transmission that if you obviously go up and click X on, it gives us some dialogue, some storyline, and also some sound effects basically showing us and telling us what's happening at that point in time when the radio is being recorded. So basically this radio transmission is basically telling us the story of Richtofen and Richtofen's assistant back at Riese actually messing with the MDT teleporter in its early stages of creation. Now, if you're not too familiar about the MDT teleporters, I'll also leave another link in the description to a previous video that we've actually done just focusing on the MDT teleporters so you can understand them a little bit more, how they work, and how they originate and where they come from in the storyline. But let's carry on with this for now. So basically, this radio transmission is actually telling us about them messing with this MDT teleporter back at Riese in the early stages of the creation, and also Richtofen entering this teleporter and using it to teleport. Now, in the transmission, you hear sound effects from Shangri-La. He then describes where he is. He doesn't actually say the name of the place because he doesn't know where he is, but after playing the map Shangri-La and listening to the radio transmission, it's very easy to see that he actually teleported to there. So we know there's been a point in time where Richtofen's actually travelled to Shangri-La before travelling there with Group 935 in the actual map Shangri-La. So, how does this link to Agartha? Why am I talking about Shangri-La? Well, in the Shangri-La Easter egg, we actually learn that Shangri-La is actually the gateway to the legendary city of Agartha. Now, we learn this through the Easter egg through a couple of characters called Brock and Gary. Now, they're the guys that when we do the steps, they tell us what to do next and how to get them into the next room and stuff like that. So, in their last radio message on the Shangri-La Easter egg, they finish it off by saying they've now entered the lost city of Agartha. And then it cuts out. So you know that it's going to be Agartha. So this is why I think these two maps are actually going to be joined. Now, I think Treyarch have actually been testing joining bigger maps together ever since from Moon. Now, we know that Treyarch actually tests a few things before actually putting in a really big thing. Kind of like in Die Rise, where we got the Who's Who perk. And then the next map, we got Mob of the Dead with Purgatory. It's kind of the same concept, but a little bit further in its creation. What I'm trying to get to here, guys, is teleporting to bigger maps. So we started out with Moon, and we actually started out in Area 51 in Groom Lake, and then we teleported to Moon, which is a bigger map, and it kind of felt like there were two different places, which is really clever to do as a designer. So then we also got something along the same lines in like Buried, where we started out in the spawn area, and then we dropped down and we're in the big underground map. Now I think they're going to try and work this around the same method, so we're going to be back in time, we're going to be in Riese, and then we're going to end up teleporting over to Shangri-La, pretty much doing the same trick that Richtofen did back in that transmission that I was talking about earlier that you find on Moon. So we're going to be teleporting from Riese to Shangri-La and then entering the lost city of Agartha, or maybe just going straight from Riese to Agartha. Now, why are we going to Agartha? Now, Maxis actually said in the end game of Buried that he's going to Agartha to meet up with his beloved daughter Samantha, and I imagine there's going to be this big battle conflict between Richtofen, Samuel, Maxis, and maybe a few other characters as well from previous games. Now, I do imagine that they're going to bring back the old characters for this, if this is going to be the final map pack, because I can't actually imagine that Treyarch wouldn't listen to their fans when they say they want the old characters back, at least just for one map. So let us know what you think of our theory, guys, and also leave your own theories in the comment section below, and we'll try and reply to everyone that we can. If you liked the video and you thought it was descriptive and you thought it was informative, make sure you leave a like and stay subscribed to be the latest member of the Pizza Club. So thank you for watching, guys, and peace out.